Are we ready?
Ready or not?
Have we pressed record?
Yes,
You can't hide. Gonna
find you and take it slowly. Ready or not, here I come. You can't hide. I'm gonna find you. You're gonna put reverb on that, right?
You're just lucky that I didn't join in. Guys, if you couldn't tell, we're here with Electric Fields, and it feels like we've been waiting for you guys a long time.
Oh, we're here now.
We can tell.
We're here to do some really magical things, and it's just really nice to be here and be a part of this whole crazy fun zananzia. That's not a word, but we're here and we're ready.
We can tell you're ready because it feels like the universe has been calling for electric. You like that? You like that? The universe has been calling for Electric Fields. There's been so much kind of will for Electric Fields to come to Eurovision since you did Australia Decide.
Yes,
how many years ago was that?
That was 5 years.
5 years ago. So that was with 2000 and whatever. And actually we wrote One Milkali at the same time that we wrote 2000 and whatever.
Okay.
So One Milkali is the twin song.
Sibling, yes.
And 2000 whatever was a bit more on the fun side. This is a deeper message. With the message of this one, we actually thought, if we're going to stand in the eye of the spiral of the Eurovision stage, what do we want to use that platform to remind people of, and what story do we want to tell? So obviously human connection is something that, you know, we can never hear that enough, but we decided to use the grandeur of the mystic mathematics of the universe, the 0.618, the golden ratio, which we see in the shape of galaxies, and you see in the shape of the tiniest flower petals. So if even nature is connected in its patterns, surely humans are deeply connected, and no matter what language you speak, we do share the one blood.
What a beautiful message. I mean, you're saying it's not fun, but we see you guys having lots of fun on stage when you're performing it in the rehearsal clip that we've seen.
Mm-hmm. Well, with our performance, we like to marry sorrow and joy together. That's one of the ingredients we always work with in our music and in our delivery. So it is it's both. It's to make you feel good and to do the whole comfortable thing, but also we like making people uncomfortable as well, because that's where the truth is. You got to get into the cracks of it all for you to just release yourself. And being uncomfortable is an investigation thing, and it's something that everyone should be doing, is knowing thyself, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yep.
Don't be lazy, and don't be lazy on listening to the song. Like, the song is not you're supposed to get it straight away. Think. We are challenging with this song intelligence, and how intelligent are you?
I don't know. I'm probably going to feel really stupid by the end of this. I'm joking, but it is an amazing song. I have so many questions kind of about the lyrics, and this is probably where you're going to be challenging me in terms of my intelligence. But one, who is Mickey?
So I'm Mickey.
Of course, you know, this is where I look really stupid.
No, that's fine, because I'm Michael and Mickey, but that lyric is in there. There's two reasons why it's in there. One is because once you realise that there's this sort of spiritual mathematical pattern that repeats all throughout nature, and once you can kind of get your head around the mystery of that, there's a new world kind of opens up. That becomes the real world. But the reason it's also in there, because I was completely ostracized by my community for many, many years, being queer in a very conservative religious environment. And, you know, when it got really bad at school, and I actually went to the authorities at the school and said, look, I need to be looked after here. I need some protection because I am being completely abused in the schoolyard. And instead of supporting me, the teacher just looked down at me and said, what are you going to do in the real world, Mickey? So it's my way of taking power back when when my human connection was completely denied, when my right to safety and acceptance was completely denied, I'm re-owning that, and I get to share it with basically the whole world on this stage. So, and it's an empowering lyric that the Mickey, the hurt child in all of us, can get over that sort of self-loathing you get taught when you're othered by people who don't understand you, and claim it in beauty and in power and in truly connecting with everybody and forgiving them for that.
You literally just gave me goosebumps when you were talking about that, and I think you know, as a gay person, I would call myself gay. Thank you for what you're doing and the message that you guys are putting out there and telling the story. And the stories aren't always positive stories, but you've switched it into something positive for the world and for this community. So a huge thank you personally from me for doing that. You must have had lots of messages about what this song and how people will kind of think about this song and make it personal to them. What are kind of some of the beautiful messages that you've had from people, and how have they affected you personally as well? You have like a not a responsibility, but it's almost like you do have responsibility for these people that are unheard, and that's kind of what you're doing through your music.
Yeah, well, I mean, when we sit down together and create a song, we are always drawing on our authenticity. So we have Pidgin Jada Yankun Jada language in this song, but it's not in there for the sake of it. It's in there because Zachariah's authenticity is woven in, my authenticity is woven in. So these themes, this language, and it's actually in there because we are creating medicine for ourselves, and we're doing our very, very best to know thyself. And so if we can do that because of the human connection and because we're all way more similar than we are different, other people can use the medicine that we make for ourselves. They can also use that medicine for whatever part of them they need. Because let's just step by step have a more beautiful planet. Let's look after our land, and let's look after the environment. Let's look after each other, and so however that's reaching people, whether that's a personal thing for them or whether that's healing relationships or creating more peace in their world, we're doing it for ourselves, and we invite everybody to use it however you need to.
And with this particular song as well, there's been a lot of messages like, I don't know what it is, but this song makes me feel good. And that's really beautiful for them, is okay, now it makes you feel good. Go and look within yourself, on your diary, your gallery of all the different versions of yourself, and try and figure what you are out psychologically, and make it make sense and make your existence on planet Earth enjoyable. You don't have to engage with violence. You can identify it and be like, okay, you're there, but you can move it. It doesn't have to be the lead vocalist in your head. And that's where we write from. We like playing with investigating in our own stories, and we're not responsible for anything. We're just doing ourselves justice, and we're learning at the same time. We don't have all the answers, but we're figuring things out because we're taking time out to figure out what we are as the individual, but what we can contribute to the collectiveness of being one blood with everybody.
Yeah,
one
I have to
Milkali.
apologise. When I say you're responsible, I'm so terrible with choosing words as well.
No.
But I mean, you have a big part in helping people figure out those things about themselves through the music, which I guess is kind of what you want to do. You're a part of it by being able to put yourselves out there and tell your own story. it then helps other people.
Yeah. Well,
find
hurt people, healing people, heal people, you know? So we're doing the healing work.
And
And it's beautiful being in that space.
Yeah, 100%.
It's not as kumbaya. There's work in there. There's
Yeah.
so much work in there.
Yeah, and we see it like when you perform it. You know, even through your through the music video. For me, it was like I was in a trance. I couldn't take my eyes off both of you, and it was so beautiful. And I was hearing this morning about kind of your input into the backdrop, the LED. Can you tell us a bit about
The
that?
artwork. Yes, my artwork is in there, and it's.
So Zachariah painted
I
that.
painted that, and the story behind it is my love for my community and my song ground called Puuluup, and the memories that where all the grandparents would teach all the grandchildren how to do our traditional dance and do our traditional song lines and sing them and perform them, and be in the joy of it all, and just not being humiliated or judged in that space. So that's on the stage. So that's its own message inside the message, as well as all the other messages.
Yeah.
And feeling the
It's a
audience who
spiral.
also have similar experiences. So it's going to be a very when we do the performance, it's going to be a nice celebratory moment with a lot of joy, but also knowing that we're dancing the bullshit off as well with what goes on with us.
I do have one more question quickly about the lyrics, and we're going to talk about you guys. But is it arseholes or arseholes?
Well, it's
Because I've been wondering ever since I first heard the song.
it's a spiral. It's a spiral song, but it's our souls.
It's really arseholes, isn't it? Come on.
It's our souls. It's
Michael
our souls.
Wickens would be
I don't
like-
know what you're talking. I don't understand. But you
We
calling
play
me-
by the rules.
It's
you
clever.
calling me- what did you call me? Thank you for
William.
your question.
Have you been asked that loads of times already? I bet, have you?
I'm
No,
so
I think you're the
surprised.
first.
Oh, this is surprising.
I'm so sorry.
No, you're right, babes. You're right.
Interesting. Thank you for your question.
Yeah, we will. But you can all make of that what you will. You can interpret it in any way that you like, I guess, which is a great thing about music.
Our souls and angels doesn't have the quite the same ring as pronouncing it
Maybe it's my British accent. Maybe I hear
I
arse.
think it's your accent. I think it's your accent.
Blame the Brits. But anyway, guys, I would love to know more about you. Now, first of all, because you're obviously very creative, where's your favourite space to create? Do you have where would you go to get in the zone?
Well, I mean, honestly, personally, I write lyrics anywhere and everywhere.
Okay.
And just for ease, I use the notes on my phone. So we could be having a yarn, and then the next thing, there'll be a connection that's made, and I'll be like, and I'll write it down. So I will write lyrics anywhere. But the finger painting of the digital audio workspace is like a million colors on the screen in front of you. So I love connecting the piano through some really kind of magic digital instruments that have a million shades of green and a million shades of purple, to kind of mix new colors together, and then using harmony to pinpoint the part of the psyche or the heart that you really want to trigger for that particular comment. That just makes me feel like I'm in heaven.
And does it always, when one of you has an idea, is there ever any disagreement, or you think that's not going to work, or no, that's not an electric fields?
We don't not
No,
really.
usually we park
We're
it.
very yes
Okay.
and.
Yeah,
Like
it
if
might
Z
not
says,
fit-
what about this? We'll go, yep. And if I go, what about this? Z goes, yep. I mean,
Yeah.
we don't really say, we don't
No.
know about each other. We yes and each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crocheting, and it's just pieces that don't get left behind anyway. So there we have whole
A lot of back
SoundCloud of
Yeah.
just backup catalog,
We've got
and
about
just
100 songs that we haven't released
and
yet.
then we stitch them
Because
with
we're going to
what
work on
might
an album.
fit with the... we're working on an album.
So we don't have an album yet. We have one EP,
Ever.
and we have a bunch of singles. And we've been together for about 8 years, and we don't have an album yet. So this year, we're going to compile and write our album. So we will be very happy. Like, we'd love to talk to you again and share that.
I can't wait to hear this album.
Yeah, when the album's actually ready, we're going to really try bloody hard to say, "G'day, mate," to the bloody world.
Well, you kind of already are, because this is such a huge
it's a good introduction.
stage.
A second introduction to this stage.
I've actually dressed up like a drover in the outback.
It's a Hugh Jackman.
Yeah.
I feel like I need to be Electric Feels. I think I need you guys to like dress me up. I need to get out this t-shirt, man.
We can dress
I don't know.
Wow.
We can get one of these tutus for you.
Yeah,
But maybe
no,
just
I'll
show off your
do
guns.
it.
You could just show off your guns.
I don't have any guns.
No, that looks good.
Flex a little bit.
That looks good. See, even that, look, even just
strong.
that just gives a little more shape to the T.
Thank
Hey,
you.
look,
I need to
oh
get
my
out of this
God, now
t-shirt
you
though.
look really, oh my God! Now you look like you're ready to go to the clubs.
There's already 6 of you on. Like my dream is to be on a Eurovision stage. There's already 6 of you, so I can't even like try and work my way in to your performance. But I would lose you votes anyway. Honestly, if you see me move around the stage,
You got something, surely.
I'm all right with a microphone and asking people questions. I think that's probably my talent. But I would love to know if we were going to go out and celebrate. So let's say Australia wins Eurovision 2024. When we get home, where will we be going? Where would Electric Feels be going to celebrate?
Australia?
Yeah. Where's your favourite spot?
Where would we celebrate? We'd probably have a ping pong party at my place.
Oh yeah, at Michael's backyard.
What's a ping pong party?
Well,
What was the name of the last one?
Pink Punk.
Pink Punk, and
So-
everyone came in pink and
Or
punky.
punk, yes. But
There's always themes.
so when we celebrate, we do a ping pong party.
People bring food.
As in like.
Ping pong.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah,
I didn't know which road we were travelling down just then. I was like,
you were like,
what is? I was thinking
You're
my.
like Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, and like how long is the time I'm gonna love you? Like, from the gorgeous character in the film. Yeah, no, because ping pong is a way to be friendly and fiery, and it's not really about the ping pong, but when it is time to play, it just sort of it whizzes you up and goes. Zzz.
Yeah, physically it does something beautiful, and mentally it just really gets you nice and sharp, and you just kind of like you're premeditated on making that move and getting it, and then you become a nice little python if you are switched on.
And then we make a fire, and then we get pretty boozy.
I know we're talking. Are we talking
And,
cocktails? Maybe I'm a bit of a cocktail
And then
connoisseur.
yeah, oh look, hey, margaritas, fresh lime juice is just very invigorating. And then maybe towards the end of the night we'll watch the latest Drag Race episode, and hopefully get a root.
If this isn't a reason to, because I want to see a ping pong party in Australia, so if this is not a reason to vote, make these guys win. And I'm assuming there would be a mic at the ping pong party, so what would be the party tunes that we would be singing?
Oh, we got Beyonce, we got Lauryn Hill, we got all of it. Like we love the soulful stuff, and we love the pop stuff, 90s stuff.
We've been playing the last one before we came. We put on the Eurovision playlist.
Yep.
We're listening to all of the artists from here. I know. Oh, I've got it. Yeah. So, anyway, I'll be working on it.
Hey! I have to ask what Lauryn Hill song.
Ready or Not.
Oh, of
That's
course
the one we were just doing. And
Yeah,
Eyes of
we
the
were.
Sparrow, she'd killed that one. Just that whole album. Do you love it?
I love Lauryn Hill. I love the Misdemeanor albums. That's like one of my all-time favourite albums.
Right, I'm obsessed with the Miseducation of.
Miseducation, sorry.
Is that what you mean?
About.
Yeah. The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. I know that. I know every single lyric. I mean, there was a few. I had like a bit of a spectrum-y kind of neurodivergent experience with Lauryn Hill's The Miseducation of, with Desiree, Supernatural. and also the Cranberries. But yeah, Lauren really used her music to try and actually impact the world around her and just say, try and be a bit wiser than you are.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's coming back, I feel, like just in the music industry, like that whole stripped backness and that soulfulness, because this derivative type of music is, I think it's on its way out. So it's going to challenge the creative people to bring your honesty right front.
And give people a reason to go out and see live musicians, because it's that live...
With a clean head too. Like, with a clear head, not intoxicated, nothing, don't bouncy. Like, that's all great, but like, there's... The 80s and the 90s had it the best, in my opinion.
100%.
Yeah, because everyone was sober in the 80s.
Yeah. Well, they were all doing something, like, but there was a good sit-down audience.
It was simpler times. That's how I like to look at it. It was simpler times.
Yeah.
Lots of bad things going on. But guys, we are going to have to wrap it up. I'm so happy that finally I got to meet you guys and speak to you.
Thank you.
Can't wait to watch the full performance in a few days' time. But have you got a message for all of our viewers, all of your fans, and all of your new fans that you would have got around the world because of Eurovision? Time is yours.
Well, please vote for us. We would love to qualify for the grand final. And also, just know thyself and love thyself. I mean, look, if we can actually not be bashing ourselves inside of our own minds with the chitter chatter and the fear, then we won't project that onto others.
Yeah.
And, you know, keep your own jug full so that when you do need to give to others, you're not sharing your own emptiness.
I love that, yeah.
What a beautiful message to wrap it up. And guys, please, we need to get them through to the final, because I want to see you on the Eurovision stage more than once this year. And I'm still down for that ping pong party. But guys, it's Electric Feels. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you for having us. Thank you for having us, Eurovox.
Always a pleasure.
Eurovox, yeah, we're promoting.
I'm